everyone, welcome to the Light Renegades. My name is Starr, and today I have our 8th message from Brittany Murphy. I thought there was been so much more than this, everyone. You know, I think that things have just been pretty chaotic over here, and this dark energy has just completely taken over. And yeah, I've been really having to ground myself here, really having to ground myself in, you know, where I find myself right now, and just letting the upgrades happen. And I know a lot of you find yourself in that spaces too. I'm just feeling a lot of energy coming in at all times, feeling quite spaced, but then also just receiving a lot of profound information on the sidelines as well. So thank you, all of you, for your patience. Thanks for those that have been leaving comments. Thanks for those that have been leaving donations. They are very, very much appreciated by all us Light Renegades. But yeah, I was really glad to be sat with Brit today. It was a brief interaction. I know she's very busy, and I had this feeling that this message was coming in, but she does share that, you know, this is going to be one of few messages left with her, from her. And yeah, I'm very grateful that she has stepped forward as a guide for us, as a light for us, and to share, you know, the truth, which I think a lot of us have been seeking for the longest time. But the message today from Brit was titled, So Much to See, and I just feel like there is something happening. There is a massive shift happening that I just can't quite put into words at the moment, everyone. And it's almost like I'm feeling this liminal space. And when I woke up this morning, I really felt like this feeling that I've had my whole entire life, and it's really hard to describe. And I was trying to describe it to Anne Maria, who is the other Light Renegade that does the Getting Started series, and this idea of the season shifting. You know, I'm coming into autumnal season. I felt like before, this feeling used to feel like a depression, and now that I'm more in the capacity of understanding my own energy and what is going on with, like, you know, my energy with regards to my physical vessel and my emotions, I felt like actually it's like this void that happens. There's this void, there's this empty space, and I felt very much at the center of that void this morning, and thinking, you know, this can go two ways. Either I can pull in light into this space, or I can pull in darkness into this space. And I felt like it was just an overwhelming sense of everything is moving forward into the light. It was just like, oh, I know I'm going to fill this light, this space with light rather than darkness. Where I think in the past, in my you know, previous years, this void would just get filled with darkness automatically, and I don't think that was necessarily my doing. I think this is just where we found ourselves, you know, in the spaces that we're in. And being like a sensitive soul, I realized I was feeling these portals, I was feeling these shifts. That's what it felt like. It felt like a portal space. I've been feeling these portals, these shifts into these new seasons every year, and I could never put my finger on it. It was almost like I could smell something, I could just sense that something was different. And I thought, oh, it's that time again, it's that time of year again. I get it at Christmas as well. And it's just interesting to me that I can feel the shift, and the shift that we're taking in towards the light. And I hope that all of you are feeling that too. And I think Brit's message is a confirmation of that, us stepping forward into the light. And yeah, lots to share from her today. But she started with, hello dear souls. I wish I could have more time with you. However, our time together is coming to a close. As some of you may be in awareness, things are shifting at a rapid rate, quicker than anticipated. This is because of all of you. Me coming forward to share my story and all that I went through to show you just how difficult a life in the limelight can be. There are a few more tales left to share, yet however, I wanted to prepare you all now so that it is not a shock when it comes for me to depart. I've come here with the idea that this can be resolved, that this can be made right, and we are seeing pockets of this now. I was elated to finally be able to see the truth slowly but surely coming to the surface. Many are waking up and saying no, speaking out and telling the truth, the whole truth, finally. As some of you may be aware, Ashton has been in the news. The truth of whom he is this incarnation is coming to light. Yes, I had a hand in this. Many of your teams of light have had a hand in this. We are working behind the scenes at all times to bring the truth to the light. There is no going back now. This is the stage one of a big operation to see the powers of darkness truly crumble. There is no reason to worry, fret, or fear what's to come. This operation is multifaceted, and you are at the heart of it all. You are at the heart of all we do. You will see many be brought into the light this year and the next 5 specifically. Many of your celebrity names and faces will be brought into the light to have to come to reconcile who they are and all that they have done. Though this is where I would like to share that it is not to judge, we must accept, forgive, and move forward. We are learning tough lessons here of compassion, unconditional love, forgiveness, always forgiveness. It has taken some time to reconcile my death, my life, and all that happened. But I'm in a good place. Things are different where I am. You don't look at life and love the same way. You give it all more space and room to be and accept all that was, is, and shall ever be. You are the light of this world, and I'm so very grateful for each of you. Each of you here have been on a journey that has taken great strength to be where you find yourselves today, free from the constraints of the mind that once was and able to see the truth. I wish I could express just how far you've come already and just how bright the future is for all of you. Please don't give up. I know at times this journey seems unforgiving, but I promise you will always be met with the love you put out. Maybe not in the exact equal measure or the way you would prefer, but somewhere you will be held, and that will be your compensation. No sacrifice is for nothing, no tear shed is for nothing, and no love lost is for nothing. Remember that. In the coming messages, I will share all that I've experienced in my home, the darkness, what I saw, how it felt, so that you can learn and see it too. This dear one knows all that I speak of. She has seen so much already, and this is only the beginning. I'm so excited to be back and to hold you in my arms. It is truly an honor and pleasure to be with you. I love you and I love life. I truly do. For now, I will say goodbye, but I will be back very, very soon. All my love, Brit. I feel like there's been this disconnect in this journey so far where I'm, looking into spaces and places of such darkness and just thinking, how is this all going to come to light? How is this all going to be shared, with the masses? How is this going to make sense to everyone? How is this going to be something that we can all be, in agreements of? And slowly but surely, I have been seeing these pockets and spaces where things are coming to light, and I can see the dots coming into space. Apologies, I've got a little bit of a cold. The dots coming into space, and seeing that there isn't a linear passage for all of this. And I think that things that we are perhaps expecting to crumble won't, and there will be spaces where things, perhaps that we thought that weren't important to crumble, and then yet they will be the most important thing to go. I hope this is making sense what I'm trying to say, but it's almost like I can't second guess what is going to happen. And whenever I try to second guess, even on my own journey, I'm always wrong. There is always a shift that happens and something that completely blindsides me, or I feel like the rug has just been pulled from underneath my feet. And then, a week, 2 weeks later, I look back and I think, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for that to happen. And I think this is what is going to happen in this space of disclosure. I think that, what we might think will come to pass just won't. And there'll be other spaces where things are brought to light, brought to the surface, that truly do make this entire operation crumble. And I'm starting to see just how much of a hold this darkness has over everyone. And it's really difficult when you start to see it, in other people's spaces, when you start to see it literally glaze over other people's eyes. I've been, in the most utter amounts of shock, I think, in the past month or two, sitting in this dark energy, understanding the darkness, understanding the realms of, Lucifer, dark energy, Satanism, all of that sort of stuff. And I just thought, wow, there is so much to this world that we are yet to discover, that the masses are yet to discover, let alone, these pockets of us that are awake. And we've got such a long way to go, and I think we're going to have to take some time to forgive our own lives and where we found ourselves in our journey. And that is definitely where I've been in the past few weeks, is really combing through my life, my past, and having to forgive myself and others for, the things that we've placed upon each other, the lessons that we placed upon each other to learn this lifetime. And I think some of you might be in that space too, and I could very much feel Brit coming forward to say that, she's with us, she's here with us to share all that she knows, but also this is a lesson for us on a mass scale of understanding unconditional love, understanding forgiveness, understanding compassion. And that is the true lesson of why she's stepping forward. I think it's really easy to get into a space of pointing fingers and really wanting to, bring shadow or cast blame on certain people. And what they have done, is truly horrific in some spaces, but I'm really trying to start to just hold them in a space of love, because I know that that's going to transmute any dark energy that might still be connecting to them, and connecting to the whole journey, their whole story. And we've been on such a journey with Jeffrey Epstein, Jay, and if you haven't started that series and you feel the calling, please do, because it was a wild ride. It was really dark for me. It was really challenging for me to channel him in the first place. There was a lot of resistance from me, and by the end of it, I was very grateful for him stepping forward and to share his truth and to share what he went through, and what that means for a soul to do such horrific things and what happens to them after. And it's been incredibly eye-opening and incredibly daunting where I find myself on this journey, and knowing that I'm bringing important information through, but information that a lot of people just aren't ready to understand or want me to be sharing. And I've definitely been feeling some resistance with those around me. I'm feeling some resistance within myself, and stepping forward into this light truthfully and wholly, and understanding that this is the only way forward. The only way forward is in the light, and bringing our shadow into balance with that, so we have equal light and dark in safe measure, but knowing that we are always just getting ever closer to the light, everyone. So I hope that you are feeling that. But yeah, Brit's going to be with us for a few more messages, and then I think, she has a lot of other work that she needs to be doing, but she's always here for us. I have, requested if we could have a Q&A with her, which she's agreed to. So for those that might be wanting to ask questions, email those into us, or yeah, I might see if she's willing to do a circle Q&A, so that we can have some time FaceTime with her, FaceTime through me with her, and to be answering any questions that some of you may have. So if you are wanting to be in that space with Brit, please do reach out to us, and I will see if I can arrange that. But I think that's all I want to share today. I feel like there is cogs ticking within myself, so apologies if this message didn't make the most amount of sense. I've been receiving a lot of information today from different aspects, different teams, and yeah, just trying to understand where all of this is coming into one equal understanding. I think we are coming to one timeline, and that's been a collapsing that we've all been a part of. And Brit was coming forward to say that the things that are being brought to light now is because so many of us are waking up, so many of us are standing in our truth, that it's time for the systems to be collapsing now. And if we hadn't have stepped forward, if we haven't have been, been part of the journeys that haven't had the lives that we've had, it wouldn't be time. That time wouldn't be now. So really remember that, everyone, that you are doing great work, living your lives, breaking through those barriers, breaking through those karmic cycles, whether that's ancestral or something that you've agreed to this lifetime for other reasons. So keep going, everyone. If you would like to work with us on a more personal level, do not hesitate to reach out to us. And I think just stand strong right now, everyone. There is a lot going on. There is a lot that is just very confusing. There is a lot that is just yet to make itself aware, but I know that we are moving towards the light. So just have grace with self, everyone, and those around you. But for now, take care, everyone. I'll be back very soon.